In a world where sports and movement have become a vital necessity, more and more people are prone to sports injuries. Each year, there are approximately 8.6 million sports injuries, with 2.6 million of those requiring medical attention. More alarming is that of this proportion, the majority of people brush their injuries off as innocuous. Additionally, with a plethora of sources online, it is often misleading to seek accurate guidance digitally. In fact, over 70% of people have been exposed to medical health misinformation, with more than 50% of those exposed reported not confident in differentiating between true health information and misinformation. Now, this is where the problem comes in. Through a combination of inexperience, lack of awareness of immediate injury remedies, and fake news online, two major problems are created: the development of chronic injuries and a slow, delayed recovery progress. Therefore, we present to you Rhythmo AI. Rhythmo is a software that integrates generative AI to support dancers and athletes in reducing the risk of developing chronic injuries and minimizing slow, delayed recovery progress. Rhythmo does this by guiding users in identifying their sports injury early on efficiently, lay out clear, accurate information on immediate remedies, and provide suggestions on when to seek professional advice. To gather user information to help them effectively self-identify their sports injury, Rhythmo will be based on a Q&A-styled input-output system where users input their sports injury details in response to 17 selectively proposed questions. Upon processing the user's data, Rhythmo's algorithm will then deduce top 3 potential sports injuries for the user, with information on immediate remedies specific to each injury, as well as suggestions on when to seek a professional. Now, to explain further on how Rhythmo achieves its function, we first manually researched around 5 sports injuries ranging from the ankle, shoulder, to leg. Then we used artificial intelligence to populate similarly structured research but for 127 plus sports injuries common in dancers and athletes. With this data, we then reached out to medical professionals to help us cross-check the accuracy, reliability, and efficiency of our data. Key types of AI technology that currently builds the fundamentals to Rhythmo's software are large language models, retrieval augmented generation, cosine similarity, and hide retrieval. Rhythmo AI is the future of telehealth, and to truly bring it to life, we welcome your recognition and encouragement. Reveal, repair, reignite. Look out for Project Rhythmo AI. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Rhythmo AI series. Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of orthopedics and the science behind ankle ligament tears. We'll explore what happens when you tear a ligament, why immediate remedies are crucial, and how not addressing these injuries properly can affect healing. Whether you're an athlete or a dancer or just curious about how our bodies work, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, what exactly is an ankle ligament tear? Ligaments are tough fibrosis tissues that connect bones to other bones, providing stability to our joints. In the ankle, 3 ligaments are found: the ATFL, CFL, and lastly the PTFL. These 3 ligaments work together to play a crucial role in maintaining balance and allowing smooth movement. An ankle ligament tear occurs when these ligaments are stretched beyond their capacity, and this typically happens due to sudden twisting motions, falls, or direct impacts. So for example, if you're running and then you twist your ankle and your whole body collapses onto the floor, that's a really common way on how ankle ligaments occur. Interestingly, ankle ligament tears can be classified into 3 grades depending on the extent of the tear. So grade 1 is malstretching of the ligament with microscopic tears, grade 2 partial tearing of the ligament, and grade 3 a complete tear of the ligament. Now, knowing the basic fundamentals of ankle ligaments, let's dive deeper into the science behind it, which is often overlooked. Now, when you twist an ankle or roll your ankle, the force can cause the ligaments to stretch or tear. This injury consequently sets off a chain of reactions in your body. Firstly, blood vessels in the area becomes damaged, which leads to bleeding and swelling. What many people don't know is that this swelling is actually your body's way of protecting this injured area from a lot more movement, which can worsen the injury. Secondly, pain receptors in the ligaments are triggered, sending signals to your brain that something is wrong. This pain response is essential because it alerts you to stop putting pressure on the injured ankle, preventing further damage. However, if the injury is severe, the pain and swelling can be quite intense, making it difficult to walk or even bear weight on the affected ankle. Thirdly, beyond the ligaments themselves, the surrounding tissues, joints, and muscles are also impacted. When a ligament tears, it can cause instability in the ankle joint. This instability forces the ankles and tendons around the ankle to work harder to maintain balance and support, which can lead to muscle strains and tendonitis over time. Moreover, the injury disrupts the normal alignment of the bones in the ankle joint. This misalignment can cause additional stress on the cartilage, leading to wear and tear and potentially even resulting in arthritis if not properly treated. The body's natural response to injury also includes an increase in fluid around the joint, which, while protective, can cause stiffness and further limit mobility. Therefore, when a lot of people injure their ankle or knee, many times people will see how one part of the body will actually compensate for the injured area of the body, either by swelling or with limited movement. Therefore, we can see that when the body is injured, such as when an ankle ligament is torn, the body will try to act in a way that actually counters the injury and, in a sense, locks down the body from further making it more vulnerable. I find this pretty interesting because it clearly demonstrates how versatile and adaptable our body is to fight for our survival. So now, understanding the immediate side effects of an ankle ligament tear from a scientific approach, let's similarly discuss the importance of immediate remedies in this case. When you injure your ankle, the first few hours are critical for managing pain, reducing swelling, and promoting healing. The RICE method, rest, ice, compression, and elevation, is commonly referred to as the gold standard for treating acute ankle injuries. So, firstly, rest. Avoid putting weight on the injured ankle to prevent further damage. Resting helps to reduce the risk of aggravating the injury and allows the body to start the healing process. Ice. Apply ice packs for around 15 to 20 minutes every 1 to 2 hours to reduce swelling and numb the pain. Ice constricts the blood vessels, which particularly helps to limit swelling and inflammation. Next, compression. You can use an elastic bandage to wrap the ankle. Now, this will help to provide support for the ankle and also reduce swelling. Compression, in particular, helps to control the swelling and even provides stability to the injured area. Elevation, so keep the ankle elevated above heart level to help reduce swelling by allowing fluids to drain away from the injured area. So you can typically use this by resting your leg on an elevated chair. Moreover, elevation reduces blood flow to the area, which helps to decrease comfort as well. By following these steps, you can minimize inflammation, relieve pain, and most importantly, kickstart the healing process. Specifically, when the RICE method is followed promptly after an injury, several positive outcomes can occur. So, firstly, swelling and inflammation will be controlled, which helps to reduce pain and discomfort. By applying ice and using compression, you limit the extent to which the inflammatory response can affect the injured area. This not only helps to manage pain, but also prevents excessive fluid buildup, which can contribute to prolonged stiffness and reduced ranges of motion. Resting the injured area, on the other hand, allows the damaged ligaments to start the healing process without the added strain of weight-bearing activities. This rest period is crucial for preventing further damage and ensuring that the initial healing phase proceeds smoothly. Elevation of the ankle, on the other hand, helps to reduce swelling by encouraging the drainage of excess fluids. This reduces pressure within the tissues and helps to limit the spread of inflammation. As a result, the overall recovery time can be shortened and the risk of developing chronic issues is minimized. With reduced swelling and pain, immediate treatment sets the stage for more effective rehab. For example, you can begin gentle range of motion exercises and physical therapy much sooner. This early intervention helps to maintain flexibility and strengthen the ankle, preventing the muscles from becoming weak and ensuring that the ligament heals in a more functional alignment. Additionally, properly managing initial treatment can also reduce the risk of developing scar tissue. Scar tissue is less elastic than normal ligament tissue and can lead to long-term stiffness and reduced mobility. By controlling inflammation and promoting proper healing, the formation of excessive scar tissue can be minimized, leading to a more complete and holistic recovery. So, upon elaborating on the scientific principles behind healing and immediate remedies, you may now be wondering, conversely, what are the scientific principles when immediate remedies are not applied? Well, delaying treatment can have several negative consequences. Without proper care, swelling and inflammation can persist, leading to increased pain and discomfort. Moreover, prolonged swelling can also slow down the healing process by restricting blood flow and oxygen to the injured tissues. In fact, when swelling and inflammation are not controlled, they can cause a buildup of scar tissue. Scar tissue is less flexible than normal tissue, and this is mainly because of the stiffness and range of motions in the ankle. This makes it more difficult for the ankle to regain full functionality and can affect your overall mobility. Furthermore, not addressing the injury promptly can lead to improper healing. As the ligaments attempt to heal on their own, they may do so in a weakened state, leaving the ankle very unstable. This instability can cause the surrounding muscles and tendons to overcompensate, leading to additional injuries such as muscle strain or tendonitis. Thus, as a result, chronic instability in the ankle is a major concern that arises in recurring sprains. With each subsequent injury, the ligaments are weakened further, making the ankle increasingly susceptible to damage. Over time, this can lead to degenerative changes in the joints, such as arthritis, which is characterized by pain, swelling, and decreased ranges of motion. Worst of all, untreated ligament tears can lead to long-term complications. For example, chronic pain and persistent swelling can become a constant issue, affecting your ability to perform everyday activities. In severe cases, surgical intervention may be required to repair the damaged ligaments and restore stability to the ankle. So now, having a look into both perspectives, let's delve into the science behind the repairment of torn ligaments in the ankle. Particularly, the healing process of an ankle ligament tear involves three main phases: inflammation, proliferation, and remodeling. So, inflammation. This phase occurs immediately after the injury and lasts for several days. During this time, blood vessels constrict to prevent excessive bleeding, and white blood cells rush to the site to fight infection and remove damaged tissue. This phase is characterized by redness, swelling, and pain, and is essential for clearing out damaged cells and setting the stage for healing. Proliferation. This phase lasts for a few days to even several weeks. Fibroblasts, which are specialized cells, produce collagen, a protein that forms the building blocks of new tissue. New blood vessels form, supplying the injured area with essential nutrients and oxygen. This phase is crucial for laying down the foundation for tissue repair, whereby the collagen fibers begin to form a matrix that bridges the gap created by the tear. And then remodeling. This final phase can last for several months. The newly formed collagen fibers are reorganized and strengthened to restore the ligament's normal function. Gradually, the new tissue becomes more resilient and the ankle regains its stability and strength. During this phase, the collagen fibers specifically align accordingly to the stresses placed on them, which is why rehab exercises are so crucial. They help ensure that the fibers are oriented in a way that restores the ligament's original strength, flexibility, and mobility. So lastly, rehab exercises. I don't know how much we have to emphasize this, but I feel that rehab exercises are often overlooked. So, for example, stretching and strengthening play a vital role during the proliferation and remodeling phases, which many people don't actually know about scientifically. These exercises help to restore the ankle's range of motion, improve muscle strength, and prevent future injuries. Physical therapy specifically can also address any compensatory patterns that may have developed during the healing process, ensuring that the entire kinetic chain is functioning properly. And what I wanted to say is, as someone who has previously gone through ankle reconstruction because I tore 2 out of 3 of my right ankle ligaments, from this experience, I learned how important physiotherapy exercises are, as well as applying immediate remedies. So a main cause that delayed my recovery progress to over 2 years is because I did not initially take the initial healing phase seriously, and I did not apply immediate remedies. This was very detrimental, as it actually inflamed this extra bone in the back of my ankle. So what originally was just torn ligaments actually inflamed an extra bone in my ankle. So that led to a lot of complications, and it also led to chronic instability as I kept on re-spraining my right ankle. Ultimately, I had to take ligament reconstruction surgery, and that took many months to recover from. I feel that I was really kind of demotivated from that experience because I was a really active child growing up, competing in dance as well as netball. So being so long away from all the sports that I love to do, it was a very new and different experience for me. So to prevent such a phenomena from happening to more people, I really hope that this video series and this video in particular allows you to understand exactly how important rehab exercises as well as immediate remedies are. Although these actions may seem small at first, they actually play a really large role to your long-term health and the consequent different healing process that will follow up. So yeah, just a short story time. Anyways, early intervention and prevention methods are thus more than necessary to help prevent ankle ligament tears from sprouting or becoming worse. So here are some tips to help you prevent ligament tears. Strengthening exercises. So regularly performing these exercises can help strengthen the muscles around your ankle. This is because strong muscles provide better support and stability to the joint, and they can actually help support the surrounding tissues and muscles around that torn ligament. Balance training. Incorporate balance and exercises into your routine. These exercises improve your body's awareness of joint position, reducing the risk of injury. Another key important thing to take note of is proper footwear. So wear shoes that provide adequate support and cushioning, especially during physical activities. So you should avoid like high heels and flip-flops, which can increase the risk of ankle injuries. And relating this back to me, like when I was competing in netball, I actually did not wear specific netball shoes. So I believe that was also a reason why it was really risky for me to keep on spraining my ankle during those tournaments. So definitely proper footwear and equipment is very vital. Next, warm up and stretching. So always warm up before exercising and include dynamic stretches to prepare your muscles and ligaments for activity. Be cautious on uneven surfaces. So you should pay attention to uneven surfaces and be cautious when walking or running on them to avoid accidental twists and sprains. And actually, this makes me remember when I went to my orthopedic doctor who helped diagnose the ligament tear for me. He said that if I did not do the surgery, then I would not be able to go on point in ballet, and I would not be able to hike either because of how uneven the surface is and how likely I would be able to like re-sprain and aggravate my torn ligaments. So really being aware of your surroundings and taking proper treatment and being prepared, I believe, is something I took away from that experience, and I would also want to share with you guys. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Now, in conclusion, understanding the orthopedics and science behind ankle ligament tears helps us appreciate the importance of immediate remedies and proper treatment. By taking swift action, you can reduce pain, minimize swelling, and promote efficient healing. I hope this video has been useful and widening your perspective on sports management by shedding light on the science embedded behind the mechanisms of your body when you're injured and the following consequences of applying or not applying immediate remedies. So to conclude, that'll be all for today's video. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights, and as always, take care of your health and keep moving. Reveal, repair, reignite. Rhythmo AI. Bye!